Hey guys, Travis Gillespie here. We're going to be looking at arithmetic sequences in this set of videos, and here's a sequence of numbers, and we want to determine if this set of numbers could be an arithmetic sequence. And notice I said that word could be. The reason is, well, we don't know what the next number is in this list, so we can't guarantee that it's going to be an arithmetic sequence, but it could be. So if this could be an arithmetic sequence, what we want to do is not only determine if yes it could be, but we also want to determine what the common difference is. So let's just take a couple notes before I even start solving this problem here. So one thing I want to make a note about over here is the common difference. So common difference, that tells us that our sequence, it either increases by a fixed number or decreases by a fixed number difference. Okay, I need to finish spelling that. There we go. So a common difference, it tells us that our sequence, it increases by the same number or it decreases by the same number. So that fixed number would be our common difference. So another way of thinking about that too is that the distance between each number, or the difference between each number, it's always the same. So that's what we call our common difference. Sometimes you might hear me call that the common D just for short. And in order to find the common difference, all you really have to do is determine how do you get from one value to the next. And the way I'm actually going to work that is not from 5 to 8. I'm actually going to work backwards here and think about, well, how do I get from what's the difference from 8 to 5 here, the previous number second. So the way I do this is 8 minus 5 will give me 3 here. And then 11 minus 8, that will give me 3. And 14 minus 11 will also give me 3. And then finally 17 minus 14 will also give me 3 here. So since the difference is constant, or since the change, it's the same throughout this sequence, yes, this could be an arithmetic sequence, and the common difference, and I'm just going to say CD for short here, the common difference is equal to 3 in this case. So I'd say yes, this could be an arithmetic sequence, and the common difference is 3, and I could box that information up. Alright, let's take a look at another problem. Okay, so let's look at both sequences here. So the difference between 60 and 65, that's -5. And the difference between 55 and 60 is also -5. And if I run through this entire sequence, I'm going to find that the difference is always -5. So yes, this could be an arithmetic sequence. Yes, it could be. And the common difference is -5. I can box that one up. And looking at this next one here, I'm just going to change colors. Alright, so let's take a look at this sequence here. So I'm just going to actually show my work below. So 0 minus 1 will give me a value of -1. So the difference here is -1. And in this next set here, I'm going to take a -1 and subtract 0 here. So -1 minus 0. So -1 take away nothing. Well, that's still -1, a difference of -1. So it looks good so far. And now when I get to this next term, well, 0 minus -1, so be careful when you're subtracting here. So 0, take away, in fact, when I subtract here, take away, and in parentheses, I'm going to put -1 here, and I'm going to subtract here. Well, minus a negative is a positive, so this difference is actually a +1 or +1. So notice here the difference is not the same or constant throughout. Therefore, this is not an example, or this could not be an arithmetic sequence here. Let's look at another set. Okay, so looking through this sequence, I can see the difference here is 0.1, or just simply 0.1. And from 5.9, the difference between 5.9 and 5.8 is going to be 0.1. And again, the difference here is 0.1. And I'm going to just darken in those decimals just a little bit so they stand out. And now finally, that difference between 6.1 and 6 is also 0.1. Okay, so the difference, we have a common difference of 0.1. So yes, this could be an arithmetic sequence. Cool stuff. I'll see you in another video.